A lot of praise for Guardians of the Galaxy and that franchise being as successful as it is in the MCU is always given to James Gunn, and rightfully so. He brought it to the big screen. But as it turns out, Joss Whedon was very important to one aspect that could have changed everything during the course of the franchise and its main character. So in the story of the Marvel Studios book, they go over the very early development of Guardians of the Galaxy, how the film formed, how the ideas kind of got to where they are, and what they originally started off as. And of course, we've known for a while that there was some pretty big changes made to many characters, the aesthetics, and the feel of the franchise, and specifically how these characters were going to be presented. What's actually revealed in one of the chapters is that when it came to Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn at the time was still working away on the script, but the idea was that they were going to actually have Star-Lord be a prince, and him actually know these aspects of it apparently, and something that's more akin to what we got in Guardians 2, but also they wanted it explored very early on. They wanted Star-Lord to be this intergalactic prince and the son of a character called Jason. Now again, this is more or less like what the comics have done, albeit a couple retcons here or there for the Guardians and Star-Lord. But again, it would have been different to start off right with that and be like, oh yeah, he's a prince of royalty and Earth and all this, and dump all that in the first film. And his character apparently would have been a little bit more, well, not as foolish, I guess, and not as funny. That's kind of the vibe you get. And also, they were going in a much different direction with the entire story. But Joss Whedon was like, guys, we can't do this. That's not going to work for him. Let's not make him the son of Jason, because that character is not honestly that good. And as it turns out, yeah, James Gunn agreed with that, so that wasn't going to happen. And I honestly like that because I think they avoided a huge mistake by outright telling you, this character, he's so important, check it out, he's so cool, yeah, he's all this and that, the galaxy, the prince, and it's like, no, it's kind of dumb. Like, I don't think it would have worked, especially for the film that they were setting up. And then what would have that done to change the course of the Guardians? Because you would have to explain why he's doing what he's doing and how are they going to do this? And then who's the villain of the film if he already knows that he's the son, right? And does that change the flow? Does that change the direction? Does it make the entire thing more like Guardians 2? Which honestly, I've said it plenty of times, I'm not the biggest fan of Guardians 2. I don't really particularly like that one in the MCU. That's like on the bottom of my list, and I always get crap for that, but I just don't like the whole, son of a god thing. It never really appealed to me. I didn't like it with Ego, and I don't think I would have liked it here. And I'm glad that they, at least for a while, avoided that trope. Even though I think they pulled it off better in Guardians than what it would have been had it been Jason. But, it would have been way too early. So, I guess that's one good thing that came from Joss Whedon in terms of Guardians development.